me, it's called Demon Slayer, but it felt like demon edging. It really did frustrate me every time they're about to get into a battle, and there would be a backstory. Now, Will already stated this. The part I didn't like about this is that my expectations going into a Demon Slayer movie, and what I've seen with most animes, is that you usually go into the movie, you'll find out the reason why they're going after, say, this said demon. All right. So when it comes to, for instance, Shinobu, right? You understand that, oh, this is the demon that killed her sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, boom, she fights. And then as the demon is getting their head chopped off or they're losing, that's when the realization moment happens. That's when you get the backstory.
Okay, I see.
I like how it was, it had a reason, fight, backstory. That's what I was going into. The movie was reason, fight. As soon as it starts to look good, let's do a backstory.
And then go
then
back to the
fight.
Okay.
And then another backstory, fight, resolution.
Yeah,
for certain people.
That is different than they normally did it, or that it's normally done.
That was very, very frustrating to me because every time, like, you see a fight coming, you're excited, you're amped. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not watch the Hashira training arc at all. I watched it technically the night before, and then the day of me going to watch the movie. So I'm amped going into this movie. I'm super hyped. I have chills, goosebumps going into this, and it just was a letdown because I'm expecting a fight. Now, though, I should realize, and this is my fault, this is my wrongdoing, is though this is gonna be a 3-movie series. So I shouldn't expect, everything that I want to be resolved in it. And I knew that. But I was expecting a little more fights. That was a little bit off for me. The pacing was a little bit rough. I did not like how repetitive it was on certain stuff. And sorry, one more thing too is that how repetitive certain things was with the pacing of how, like I said, when they would do fight, backstory, fight, backstory, and then they had the resolution. I didn't like it. It just felt like it just kept on repeating itself. And I'm like, just show me the full backstory, and then show me the full fight. Don't chop it up. It felt like I was watching if you did a TikTok edit online and it had all these people doing. I'm like, just show me what I came here to watch. All right. It's like I have to find part 2, but then I feel like you have a part 1 of this and like, oh, go to part 2 to watch the rest of it. You can't find part 2 because part 2 got taken down. You'll have part 1 and part 3. Show me part 1, 2, 3. I'll be happy. Now, the one thing I will say about this, I think this movie did well. I brought it down and bring it back up. This movie did well with the viewer aspect. If you are new to Demon Slayer, or if you didn't know what was going on, I feel like this is a downside for, as an anime watcher who knew what was going on, the narration. They did a lot of narration, and especially even with the backstory setting up too. If you're new to this, you could go into watch this movie and you've been fine. You've been able to be like, okay, without knowing anything, you've been fine. Yeah. Now, it wouldn't be as enjoyable as everyone else is enjoying it, but the fact is that I feel like the narration was a bit much. That's my next point for that one. How do you feel about that, Will?
I honestly, like, none of that really stuck out to me or bothered me. I can see, I can see how it could bother somebody else, but I also, like, I enjoyed and appreciated that it starts off literally where the Hashira training arc leaves off, right? It starts
exactly
off
where you want it to
there.
be.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, I attribute some of the lack or the change in storytelling that you just mentioned, because this isn't a season where they're leading up to find the ultimate bad guy and then face him, right? They're in this, for lack of a better term, they're in this dungeon, they're in this infinity castle, and it's random encounters. So, like, they don't know who they're gonna encounter. They just happen to encounter, like, the ones that they were, like, hoping to encounter, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
a lot of these times there's preparation. They're just being thrown into this or dropped into this.
And then they're just randomly finding those
that's a good point.
ones. So I think that's probably part of the reason why it's a little bit differently paced, right? So that's kind of my perspective on that.
Before we get into the fights, I do want to bring up a good point about the movie. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle probably has the best dub voice acting, because I watched it dub. Probably the best dub voice acting of all time. I thought they did a phenomenal job. Now, the reason why I was hesitant on bringing it down to a 6, Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum was the worst thing to put in that movie.
He didn't do a good job?
Sorry. He did a terrible job.
First off, you instantly knew it. I saw it in Japanese. I haven't seen the dub yet.
I went into it hoping that he did a good job and maybe had a short role, which technically he did.
Yeah.
But once I heard his voice, I'm like, instantly knew who it was.
Yeah.
Because I've given grace to voice actors and I've given grace to actual actors who can voice act. I do not believe Channing Tatum should be a voice actor. Robert Patterson is a phenomenal
Mhm.
actor and a phenomenal voice actor. Great. He can do so much range with his voice. Channing Tatum, if I'm sorry, but it felt like he was trying to be too Japanese. If
Interesting.
you know what I'm saying, like, and not
Yeah,
not
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to say like
I
when you
haven't
hear
seen
it,
any of his clips.
oh, it, I kept on also because I was thinking of you when you said it, or I think it was you when you said it with Channing Tatum when he said, "I'm about to make a name for myself." When he said that in
Ooh, I'm
his
about to make
accent,
a name for myself.
I kept on hearing that every time we talked. So of course that probably brought it down. But if I'm being honest, his voice acting was not good. I feel like it just felt like he was trying to talk acting instead of voice
Hmm.
acting.
Hmm.
There's difference because like you have to make sure when you're talking, you're giving that emotion. It felt like he was. Honestly, it felt like you were watching someone on theater in Broadway,
Okay.
and they're over exaggerating and they're talking
Yeah.
like this, talking like that. Versus when you're in a battle, when you love someone, when you're
Yeah.
feeling pain, when you're happy about something, you can hear these emotions in their voice. That's what I like to hear. I wasn't
See,
expecting to do great,
I've
but I
heard
was
the
expecting to do
opposite.
better.
Yeah, I've heard the opposite. I've heard that he did
With
a
Channing
great job.
Tatum's,
Yeah, I've heard that
good.
he did a great job, is
I,
what
I'm
I've
probably
heard.
gonna need names, and also you're trusting them. Will you're trusting them? But at the same time, this is also the guy who said the dub for Fragrant Flowers is not bad.
Yeah, it's not. I'm hey, I'm still watching it in Japanese though. Okay, I am watching it in
Thank you.
Japanese.
It is so
Japanese is
good.
better. Japanese is
It's
better.
so good.
Okay.
It's so good. I'm so behind, but it's so good. All right. Now, before last part, before we actually get into each individual battle that I do want to talk about, I feel like I'm going to give you a ranking of where I put it. So it kind of makes it feel like it's a little bit better. The Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie. So for ranking Demon Slayer, I never liked it that much. But in my opinion, I always enjoyed the Entertainment District arc.
Hmm. Okay.
That's number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's
Then
definitely the best.
number two, I would put Mugen Train. I feel like that story flowed way better than Infinity Castle,
Okay.
in my opinion. And right under that, I would put Infinity Castle. So it's in the top three of all of DM Slayer. All of I've seen,
Mhm.
it's in the top three. So I will give it grace on that, but at the same time, it's a 7 out of 10. Sadly, it really is. I feel like I know I was really let down, but at the same time, animation is exactly what you're wanting.
Mhm.
It is so good. Like I said, you're
It's
you're eating good.
it is objectively the best animated film of all time. And like
The
it
soundtrack,
it's
amazing.
so hard to say that because God, people in the world, I love you, but like the internet has made so many of us just freaking stupid. And people don't understand that when someone says objectively it is the best
Mhm.
animated movie ever, they're like, it's not the best edit. Trigun's better. This is better. You like Cowboy Bebop. How can you say it's better than Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu Hakusho? No, no, no. You have to understand. I'm
Mhm.
saying objectively, it's got the best animation ever. I'm not saying it's my favorite animation.
Right.
I'm not saying there's definitely other animation styles that I prefer. My preference
Mhm.
is a 100% 2D hand drawn animation style. But
Mhm.
objectively, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has the best animation ever used in an animated film, and they blend 2D and 3D so subtly and so well. It just
Mhm.
looks really, really, really good.
It did. Yes.
And it's just really fun to watch. And it's part of the reason why I liked it so much is because the animation was so good.
Mhm.
And it allows me to, I guess maybe get past other things that people didn't really specifically enjoy about it.
Okay.
But some interesting stats, like, so we talked about it's broken the record in America. It's now the highest ranking animated film opening weekend ever in America. Made
Mhm.
$70 million opening weekend. It's
Mhm.
now the highest grossing film in Japanese history, period,
Mhm.
which is crazy. But some other things that are interesting is like it's it's hard to say exactly, but it's over $500 million like total gross revenue worldwide, right?
Right.
Which means it's made more money than, we're talking worldwide, okay? It's made more money than Sinners made. We're going to talk about some of the more popular 2025 movies. It's made more
Mhm.
money than Sinners. It's made more money than Thunderbolts. It's made more money than the new Fantastic Four. Like,
Mhm.
it's probably going to end up being
All those let me
fourth.
down also. Just gonna point that out. But this one didn't let me
Fair,
down as much as they
fair,
did.
but like those are big blockbuster movies, right?
Mhm.
It's probably going to end up being like the fourth or the fifth highest ranking film of 2025.